I actually can't believe what I just watched. We just got the first 3 episodes of Invincible Season 3. I'm not exaggerating, I think these 3 episodes were better than the entirety of Season 2 of the show. So here are my full thoughts on the first 3 episodes, full spoilers ahead. First of all, Mark finally pulling the trigger and asking Eve out was absolute cinema. I'm so happy that these two are finally together going forward in the show now. Is the Amber hate a little over exaggerated? Yes, but they were not a good couple whatsoever. I feel like Adam, Eve, and Invincible have so much better chemistry. Episode 2 of the season legitimately might be one of the top 3 best episodes of this show of all time, if not honestly the best. Cecil's backstory was crazy. It was so perfectly paired with Cecil versus Mark in the current day, and even though I'm definitely against Cecil, the things he was doing and how he was going about this, I can definitely see where he's coming from, and seeing his backstories and like the early days of Omni-Man, how he's seeing the similarities between Omni-Man and Mark. I understand it, but he still was going about things way too wrong. But seeing Mark like genuinely lose control and not hold back in the last episode of season 2, and this time against Cecil and his other robots that were attacking him, has been crazy to see, especially when you compare that with Mark trying to have Oliver control himself and hold him back. Which, don't worry, I'll spend a lot of time at the end of this video talking about Oliver, because he has had some crazy moments this season. But first, I need to rant about Duplicate and Immortal. These two are the most annoying couple this season. First of all, they're just defending Cecil blindly. And second of all, I honestly just feel like this is the most random pairing imaginable. Luckily, it's not all bad on the new relationship front. Like I said, we already have Adam, Eve, and Invincible, but it also seems like they're setting up Rex and Ray to end up together, which honestly, I'm kind of all here for. Rex has truly had like one of the most interesting arcs of the entire show so far, so I'd like to see him end up with someone and be happy here. Of course, I gotta talk about the new suits. First of all, Invincible's new blue suit I absolutely love, and I do find it funny, the gag where like nobody recognizes that it's just the same guy in a new suit. They all think he's Invincible, someone that's just trying to look like Invincible. And then of course you have Oliver going for his new suit with a big O on it, looking just like Omni-Man, naming himself Kid Omni-Man, which is sadly a very fitting name because yeah, bro is an absolute menace. He obviously smokes the Muller twins in this episode without even breaking a sweat pretty much, and you can tell he felt absolutely zero remorse for this. Like even when Mark and Debbie were talking to him after the fact and they're like, life is precious, you can't just take it away. He's like, yeah, sure, okay, I'll agree. Honestly, this is gonna create a super interesting conflict going further because Cecil really needs to be watching Kid Omni-Man Oliver here over Invincible. But because of his current feud with Invincible, if he goes near Oliver, then Cecil's probably gonna get killed. So like I said, I don't think he's going about things in the right way, but I understand where he's coming from. Like he said, we can be the good guys or we can be the guys that save the world. That's all he's trying to do, really. Now, there is one particular storyline that I feel like is kind of slowing the insane momentum of the season so far, and it has to do with Debbie, who actually is one of my favorite characters if you just watch my ranking the other day I made of that. When the show cuts to Debbie dating her new boyfriend, I immediately get bored to death. I understand she went through a lot, and I get why they want to include this in the show, but I feel like they are just doing it in the least interesting way possible, and I understand, again, he's a very simple, boring guy, the complete opposite of Omni-Man, but it does not make it entertaining. And it's not just because it's like slower character moments. Like the stuff between Eve and Mark is absolutely incredible this season. That's just really a nitpicky point. It's been an absolutely amazing first 3 episodes. They get a strong 9 out of 10 for me.